So I'm just going to pick one of the exercises that I've done for years and years. And that's the basics of canvassing. Give me 1 second here. So there's 5 basics, basically. You got the first one, which I'm going to dive a little more deeply into, but it's the greeting. If you don't have a strong greeting, that's it, you're done. Number 2 is eye contact. It's unbelievable how many CITs or even consultants don't look the customer in the eye or the person at the home. Gotta have good eye contact. Third one, we have props while we're out there. You have your brochures and you have your iPad. And there's different pieces, different pictures, different things you can share with them on that iPad. So use this iPad, it's a prop. So third one, iPad, or as I like to call it, iPad control. Use this. Get it into their hands even. Show it to them. And don't present it to them, but actually show it and leave it out there the entire time. Fourth, I call it the wrap, but it's just the script at the door. Gotta have something you go to consistently. It's gotta be the same thing. You vary it up a little bit, but you're varying up the greeting. You may say howdy. How's it going? How are you? And then the wrap, the script at the door. Hi, my name's Scott. I'm out here with American Solar Direct. We've done a number of installs in the area, so just as a courtesy, I'm stopping by to see if your house qualifies for our program. Do you recall how much you spend on electricity? Right? You know what you're going to say. You don't have to think about it. It's really important. Fifth one, arguably maybe the most important, set the appointment. That's why we're out there. So these are the basics, right? It's very simple. But one of the pieces, this greeting, we take for granted. And when you see your team sort of struggling slightly, if they've knocked on 100 doors and haven't set an appointment, there's something wrong there. You should talk with about 10 people and set an appointment. That's my goal every time. You might knock on 20 doors, but you're going to set 2 appointments through the evening. So you can bring it back to these basics and focus on them. Have them role play the greeting. So one of the things I do with my CITs, especially on their first day and training them through this wrap, the script, is we go over the greeting in their introduction. And they're like, why do I need to do this? And half the time they're like, reading the script, right? So they're just, my name's Scott, I'm with ASD. Done some installs in the area. I asked you to do your greeting. Hi, how are you? And you wait for their response. I'm shitty. It's been a terrible day. Well, I'm here to make it better, right? You have an opportunity now. If you just blast through them and you're like, hey, my name's Scott, I'm American Solar Direct. We've been doing quality control on install down the street. And this person's like, dude, my baby's in the tub right now. I don't have time to talk.
I'm drowning.
And you've just blown through them, and that could have been a potential customer. Now you won't ever get that back. So we've talked a lot about what differentiates us, and coming from a canvassing world, one of my biggest pet peeves is seeing inappropriate behavior out there, not being human, not being yourself. It destroys the ability for the next person to knock on that door. And when you're knocking on the door for Save the Children or Human Rights Campaign, and they just had a really crappy interaction with a solar consultant, now that nonprofit's out of $100 from that person. So we have to think about the impacts that we're having while we're out there in the streets. We are the solar ambassador. We are the we want to own that neighborhood, right, Dan? We own these neighborhoods. We want to be there to support these people. And one of the ways you do that, again, is this greeting. So it's, right, you have a greeting starts with your knock. I don't even ring the doorbell unless, I ring it after I knock if they haven't come. But you vary it up. We have a right to be at the door. Yes, it's something that when you're training these new CITs, they're like, you know, there's the apprehension, right? There's all this stuff that comes along with being a door knocker. You're not a door knocker, you're a canvasser, and then you're a consultant. You're bigger than that. We have every right to be at their door to share this with them. So we're educated. And one of the things, the best way that interaction, that relationship starts is, hi, what's up, man? How's your day been? How are you? Could you respond? Good?
Yeah,
awesome. Very cool. My name's Scott Dubois. I'm out here with American Solar Direct. Done a number of installs in the area. Show them the iPad. Right? So it's this greeting. It allows you to interpret what that interaction is going to be like. If you steamroll them, right, you get to the objection that this person's frustrated because you haven't given him the opportunity to interject. So be human out there. Touch on this greeting with your teams, with yourself, check in, because I guarantee it, they're not doing it. So again, I'm just going to reiterate, knock on the door. I do the high five wave. I'm not packing, you know, I've got an iPad. Hi, how are you? You know, I'm not threatening. And I've got a lot of other pieces that go along with that, staying on the balls of your feet, squared up to the door. None of this. None of that. Please don't do that. Hi. What's up, man? How are you? Awesome. Awesome. Me too. You know, and then if they say, good, how are you? You pause and you say, oh, thanks. I'm awesome. You know, not very many people ask. I really appreciate it. My name's Scott. It'll blow their socks off. That's all I got. Woo!